Hey everyone, Nerd Name Mark here. We have a lot to go over because last week we did get some DX toy announcements about the changer and everything for Boonboomger. I didn't do a video about it because I was like, okay, everyone's talking about it, but I knew we were going to get a candy toy announcement. And Bandai did not disappoint this week. Now, I did do a Fi's Paradise Regained video as like a separate thing because, let's face it, those announcements, that was a lot of stuff. And I was like, damn, that's... Whew. I was like, we're getting a lot of good candy toy stuff right now, and a lot of stuff has been shipping out. Before I get into the Boonboomger stuff, I did get my premium Bandai for set 2 for Soto, Kamen Rider, Gachard, which was, Valverade. And then also for Gachard was a Paraskibo. I do have a video that will be going up this week reviewing those because, I've actually dabbled in premium Bandai Sotos before, but this is the first time that this is premium Bandai, which I'll go over in that video. And I also got my Gachard Wave 4. Wave 3 premium ones are on the way. So I got a lot of candy toy stuff coming in, as well as a lot of news and videos. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see when all those videos go live. Now, let's not waste any time. Boonboomger. All the Candy Toy series. Explosive release. I was like, that's a good title. Because there's a lot of stuff. So, basically, first off, we're going over, and I don't know why they call it the Mini Pla first kit. Because it's Mini Pla, but it's not like the Mecha Mini Pla stuff. This is just going to be 4 different things, 360 yen each. And it's kind of like little tiny candy toy like role play items. So this isn't like the Udos or anything like that. You get like a tiny mini version of the Boon changer with the Boon car. And this is only gonna be 45 millimeters, so it's really small. This is like tiny. I've gotten a few of these in the past. I have an X8 one, oddly enough, and that was actually one of the first candy toys I ever bought. I just saw it at the Japanese grocery store years ago when X8 was airing, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I kind of want to get that. And then you get 2 candy toy sized vehicles, off-road in the wagon. I don't know. That's the Google Translate, so it's probably not going to be the same. And they do fit on it, but no noise, no sound effects. This is just for pretend play, it says. And then we also have the Boon handle weapon, which does have an attachment to make it as the sword. Now, this one's going to be 180 millimeters, so that's going to be about, what, 4.5. It's going to be under 5 inches total. So it'll be like that big. It's not going to be the biggest. It's just for fun, And you can actually attach the changer to it, which is really cool. And then you do get like a little mini plastic Boon Red, which is, going to have some stickers on there. This is not the Udo, by the way. I have to stress this enough. This is not the Udo. And then he has a little weapon hold, and my mouse is acting up again. I gotta get a new mouse. And then we have the Robo also. This one, 120 millimeters, so that's gonna be about like 4.5 inches. So this one's probably closer to 5.5 maybe inches. So it's not, they're not big. These aren't meant for, it's I don't have anything over here, but it's gonna be similar to some of the smaller size, like, stuff. It's not, this isn't going to be, I don't see, this is for kids. I don't see a lot of people, collectors, buying these unless you get everything Boon related and you want like a shrine. It does look cool though. Obviously I'm passing on these because it's not the real mini plot. It's not Udo. So, but it's cool that we're getting so much stuff announced. And this is going to be March, let's see, March 11th. So then, jumping up to April 15th, we are going to be getting our SOP vinyls. And there's going to be all the main 5. These are 290 yen, very cheap, a couple bucks. I've gotten a lot of Kamen Rider and Ultraman ones. You go to the Candy Toy aisle, they're right there. It's like $2.50, $3 at the most. And you got yourself, your lineup. They're not as detailed. Obviously, the gray isn't really painted on them or anything like that. These are just These these are the ones like, when you're a kid. Like for me personally, when I was a kid, okay? Like so let's do a little story time. So I still like wrestling. I grew up loving wrestling, grew up in Connecticut, house shows galore for WF at the time, now WE. If you wanted the toys that were inexpensive, that you could put some wear and tear on, not worrying about, breaking an arm off or a leg or a head, you get the vinyls, you get the LJNs, stuff like that. That's what these are. These are the ones the kids can play with heavily and not worry about breaking them. I don't dabble in soft vinyls outside of Ultraman and Kaijus, so these are pass for me. But I do like that, all the options we're getting crazy support with the release right off the bat with, Boonboomger. And then obviously in May, around the 6th, we are going to start getting the SG gimmicks, which are the cars. Now these themselves work with the changer. You'll still get the sound effects when you use them. There's only going to be 4 total right off the bat. We're going to get the shovel, which is, a little backhoe right there. We're going to get the dozer. We're going to get a dump truck, and we're going to get the mixer. The cool thing is, like I said, these will work with the DX changer, making sound effects. But these are also the ones that cannot be transformed to used with the mecha at all. So these aren't going to be the same as the DX ones. So be careful if you aren't getting the mecha and you just want to collect the vehicles with the changer. This is your smart alternative from a price point, because I do believe these are only going to be 400 yen each. So these are basically around $3. This is the most cost efficient way for you to get any of the gimmicks for that. And honestly, I would, as me, I'm getting the mini plow mecha, so I don't know if I'm going to get the DX changer or I'm going to wait until there's a Memorial Edition one. I also don't know if I'm definitely not going to get the DX mecha. With all the SMP ones I'm getting and the mini plows, I think I'm going to keep just the mini plow for scaling purposes to display everything. And lastly, we have the Udos coming out in May. Now, this is the one I want. This is one I was excited for. There's going to be 12 boxes total, 490 yen before tax. So, once again, the Udos not too expensive. The box looks amazing. I love the box design. Like, Bandai does not miss with their box designs. My only complaint is I wish premium Bandai ones would have some color on them instead of just being like grayscale and black and white. But this is a good box. I still think the King Osier boxes have the best design out of any of the Super Sentai ones I've been building, and I started the Udos with Rio Soldier, so I think these are my favorite. I think the King Osier box is my favorite. This is a close second though. So right off the bat, and I like the new way they display these where it has A and B, so you know what goes with it. So basically, the first up we get Boon Red. I like that a majority of this is painted for the red and this and that. So from a sticker standpoint, it's just the changer, the sleeve, and then for the wheel, same with this. We're gonna probably get the legs, the belt, the boots, and then the weapon for stickers, and then optional parts, hands. Awesome. And we get a better look at it put all together. This is a good Udo. I feel like they've changed the mold a bit in the legs for the Udo, because especially for this design. So I think from a range of motion standpoint, we're gonna get some good range on these. And then we got blue. I like that blue. I actually like the blue helmet. I like how that looks. Then we got pink. We have black and orange. So yeah, and then here we go with all of them on display right there. There's approximately 20 movable parts throughout the body. So yes, that is a lot of range of motion and posability for you figure photographers out there. Here you go. Because let's face it, SH Figure Arts, they're not going to release a whole team. But they'll probably release red. But let's face it, the posability of these, you could do some good photography. Now, the best thing about this is, it doesn't zoom in enough. We have some stuff redacted that will be announced later on, because we have the optional hands split into 2 different boxes. And I feel like there's not going to be optional parts in here anymore. So I'm thinking we're either going to get, I don't know what we're going to get. It's got to be an actual, like, character or something. Or it could be, you know, 2 pieces to make a special edition vehicle. I don't know. There's no way it'll be other optional pieces, because why put them into 2 separate boxes? Usually optional pieces are 1 box if that's all there is. I know in Geats they did do a dual box one, but that was a lot of like stuff they were fixing for scaling and molds and stuff like that. Next up, they actually have a new YouTube channel for Boonboomger. So that's a channel just basically all dedicated to that kind of stuff, and I think that's really cool. I subscribe to it because I'm curious to see. And then lastly, they have a physical little catalog you can get that goes over most of the toys and information. But sorry, I got the hiccups. It's my allergies are bad. We have a storm out here. But they also have a website, which I'm going to go over. And you can see they have basically all the toy announcements over here, the campaign with the vehicle. Like, there's a lot of stuff over on this website. So if you haven't already, go check it out. And that is it. A lot of good Boonboomger toy announcements from a candy toy standpoint. We also got a lot of DX announcements last week. I feel like everyone's finally, like, kind of growing on the suits in the helmets. The helmets took a little bit for me to get used to. I like the suits themselves. I like that we're going back to like a cloth suit. Looks really cool. I'm really excited for the show. I've been loving getting into Super Sentai in the last, couple years, and I think that Boonboomger I'm really gonna enjoy. I'm really looking forward to more updates, preferably for what's going on with the mini plot for the mecha, as well as what those 2 secret things that are redacted that have not been announced yet for the Yudo set. But like I said, that's a lot of candy toy stuff. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for Boonboomger? Are you going to pick up any of the toys, whether it's candy toys, DX line, anything? Like I said, I'm still on the fence with the changer. Do I get the DX one? Do I hold out and wait for Memorial one? Am I going to get all the gimmicks for it? Like, there's a lot of that stuff I'm not sure of. The only thing I know of for sure is I'm getting the Yudos. I'm getting the mini plot. If I do get the changer, I'm probably going to get the SG vehicles just because I'm not getting the DX mecha. So why wouldn't I just save money and get these ones if it still works with the changer? But that's it for the video. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, like I said in the beginning, hit the subscribe button. I got a lot more toy videos coming up, and I will see you guys in the next video.